Hi again. The next thing we need to learn is index law number 5, the quotient. So if you have a over b raised to the power n, so simply solve that using, you copy the base and raise that. Both the numerator and the denominator will be raised to the same power, the same index or the same exponent. So a to the n over b to the n. Okay, so to understand the context on how to solve indices involving quotients, we'll have an example in here. So let's have this: the quantity 2a squared b cubed raised to the power of 3 times the quantity 3ab to the fourth quantity raised to the power of -2. So applying the concept in here, that if you're dividing two variables and raised to the same power, the individual variables will be raised to the same power in here. This time it's n. Okay, so let's have this. So you look at here at 2. So you got 2 to the power of 3. Then a, you can have a squared to the power of 3. So index law 3 times 3 as well. All right, same thing with b. So b would be b raised to the power of 3 times 3. That. Then we'll do the next one. Times 3 is raised to the power of -2. So that should be 3 to the -2. Okay. A raised to the power of -2. And then times 1 here, you don't have to write it, and then b raised to the power of 4 times -2. So I hope everyone follows. Okay, let's simplify it. So 2 to the power of 3 is 2 times 2 times 2, which is 8. Okay, a squared times 3 is a raised to the power of 6 for this one here. For b, that will be b raised to the power of 3 times 3 is 9. Times 3 to the -2 would be, if you simplify that, we'll probably have that, as I've said, 1 raised to the 3 raised to the power of 2. I want to make the exponent here positive because it's easy for me to simplify. You don't have to do that. If you have another method, that's fine. Okay, so a to the power of -2, I'll probably have to put that as positive as well. So a squared. And b to the 4 times -2 is b to the -8. So just make it positive. That becomes 1 over b raised to the power of 8. So 3 squared here is 3 times 3. I'll just erase that. That becomes 9. Yep, there's no magic in there. I'm just trying to save some space. Okay, so you would have 8 times 1 over 9 would be 8 over 9, yeah? Times a to the 6 divided by a squared. So second law in there, a to the m. Remember, a to the m over a to the n is copy the base a and take the denominator from the numerator, so m minus n. So that's 6 minus 2, which is a, copy the base a to the power of 4. What about b? So 9 minus 8. So copy the base b. That should be raised to the power of 1. You don't have to write 1 in there. Okay? So I want you to write that in your notes so that you can have a copy before the sack. Now let's flip this over. And I want you to try this time yourself. I'll give you 30 seconds to try it yourself. So you got the quantity 2a cubed b squared divided by ab c squared divided by the quantity AB raised to the negative 1 times C quantity raised to the power 3. So 30 seconds, everyone. And I want to think carefully what sort of laws you're going to apply to be able to solve this indices problem. Okay, now let's do it together. So what you need to do is simplify what's inside the bracket first, separately, before you divide them. Okay? So you got that 2. That's 2 over 1. You still have 2 in here, right? That's a to the m over a to the n. So a to the 3 minus 1, which is a squared. Yep. B to the power of 2 minus 1 will be b to the power 1 or b. And then c is alone, so you have that as c squared. No need to put that c squared on top. Okay? Divide that by, okay, this is fourth law. Okay? So a cubed is a raised to the power of 3. Follow? Suppose that every single element inside the bracket. So b would be b raised to the power of negative 1 times 3 is negative 3. And c would be c cubed. And we need to remind ourselves that a over b divided by c over d, okay, if you divide two fractions, will be equal to, copy the original fraction, which is a over b. Instead of dividing that, you multiply that, but you reverse the numerator and the denominator of the original denominator here, which is c over d. So instead of multiplying that by c over d, you multiply that by d over c. So this is what we're going to do in here, right? Okay. So let's just erase that. There's not enough space. Okay, let's have that. 2. Okay, a squared b over c squared. So instead of dividing that, you multiply that by that 1 over a cubed, okay, b to the negative 3, c cubed. You get, and simplify that using the previous laws that you've learned before. So 2, it stays as 2 here. Okay. C, a. So a squared, a to the power of 3. So that should be over. Okay. Whatever is bigger. So 3 minus 2, we have a to the power 1 or a. Hello? And you got b. So 1, b to the 1 minus 3 would be b minus 2. So that would become here, if you put that down, that becomes b squared. Yeah. And then what is c squared times c cubed would be c to the 2 plus 3, c to the power of 5. Get that?